Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of OK Boomer. And you can subscribe to the channel over at Creators Outlet on YouTube. And I'm Will.
And this is Thomas.
And we are not talking anything to do with My Little Pony.
Nope.
Nope.
No My Little Pony today.
Nope. We are going to the virtual digital spinner rack, and we are going to look at Thomas's pick from last week, which is a 2-issue limited run set from Epic Comics back in the day when comics were still semi-affordable. It is by Stan Lee and Moebius.
Yeah.
Silver Surfer, Galactus, and a whole bunch of retarded humans. I mean, they must be New Yorkers, because they're just stupid. But the art is beautiful because it's Moebius, and it's just a 2-issue run, and everybody knows the first cover because everybody saw that first cover and bought it. But the second cover, I kind of recognize it. It looks familiar. Yeah. And then you show them the first cover. He goes, "Oh, is that inside there?" He goes, "No, that's the second issue." Oh, there was more than one issue. Oh, yeah. Did you ever read it? No, I just looked at the pictures. It was beautiful.
Yeah. Well, even if you read it, it's good.
Oh, yeah. I enjoyed it until the Alone, Forever Alone, and we'll get to that later. I need to share this. My buddy Andrew, who is a indie comic creator and avid collector of action figures. You say, why avid collector of action figures? Because he has no children. That's why. He is his own children. And trust me, he is treating them well.
Does he clean up after them?
Once in a while, his whole house rumbles, and you want to see him cry when all his action figures fall off the shelves. But this, as you can see right here, you can see that, right?
Yeah, it's like that's the Wayne Manor, isn't it?
Yeah. This is the den, and they move stuff around to fit into their framework. But this is the most expensive ornament I'm about to buy. Damn it. I've got a bunch of the the sound ones.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of the Star Trek ones. There's ones that I don't have that my good friend John has. Like, he has the first one that came out for Star Trek, which was Leonard Nimoy's voice in the Galileo from the episode when he was in the Galileo by himself, and drifting, and he's calling to the Enterprise. That ornament apparently is going for like hundreds, if not thousands of dollars right now.
Good God.
Because it's so collectible. This thing, I was like, I saw it, it said $59.95. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? $60 for an ornament. But then you look at the hand over here, and this is an adult hand holding this up. This thing is pretty damn big. And I'm gonna play the video. Now, keep in mind the voice at the very beginning. They didn't have the rights or whatever to take the actor who used to play Commissioner Gordon to use his voice. So they used some third-rate voice actor, and it doesn't sound very good. But afterwards, we get to hear Adam West. So here we go. It's just like a 35-second video. And
though we may never know who he is behind that mask of his, thank goodness he's there when a crisis befalls us.
Yes, Commissioner. Right away. To the bat poles.
Oh boy, let's go!
Okay, that is fucking awesome.
That's pretty cool, actually. That is pretty cool.
I'm like, you know what? I would just sit there for hours and play with that. I have, which is better than what I would usually sit and play with hours. I don't have I don't think I have the package anymore, or it's empty. I have the '66 Batmobile that would play the theme song,
Yeah.
but it's only like this big. It's like
Yeah,
really
it's like
small.
It's like a
It's-
little 8-inch car or something.
No, not even 8 inch. It's like an inch and a half, 2 inches long. It's really small. It's like half the size of a matchbox.
Yeah, inch and a half, 2 inches, like that big. You're like this.
Oh, that's because I'm used to going. I caught a fish this big.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. So I still got it. I have to get like the micro screwdrivers. Like I don't know what happened to my computer tools. If I come across them, I can open it up and switch out the battery. So when I get that, I can hang that here, and then I can put the Batmobile like hanging off like
Another branch.
like another branch.
Yeah.
Well, like I'm gonna set up a Christmas tree. Come on. But
You should
nah.
get you a little 4-foot tree and set it up for yourself.
Must use a bat tree.
Oh
Hey,
my
Frog
God.
G, what's going on, my man? But yeah, that oh man, that thing is awesome. I don't care. And what's better is I would rather pay $60 for that and something that I can press the button and it'll make me happy than attempt to buy the McFarlane Batcave set from either Target or Walmart as they keep canceling orders for everything from McFarlane.
Oh Jesus, really?
Because dealers are putting in their orders like ahead of time, and they're just they're using bots and everything, and the bots are winning. So
And that's what's killing everything. I mean, I don't know. It's crazy.
yeah.
So
But,
yeah,
this week we are talking Mobius and the late great Stan Lee in this story that is called, what's it called again?
it's Parable.
Parable. That's right.
Yeah.
I knew it like a day ago because I told somebody like a day ago, and now I can't remember it because usually Thomas and I are rambling to read the book like 20 minutes before the show goes on.
And it's been read.
And I mean, I read this thing almost a week ago. He gave this to me Sunday, and I was reading it, and then the file didn't load right. But I found it was only loading wrong on my tablet. I think I had opened the file there. Yes, please smash the button and ring the bell. And hey, subscribe.
Yep. Let us know you're out there.
Yeah, please. So what the hell was I saying? I'm getting so senile today. I'm having
You said you finally found it. So you had to read it on your computer, I guess.
Oh no. What happened is I went back and I reloaded it, and there's like two ways I can load that. I can load a file like that when you send it to me on my tablet.
Yeah.
So I chose to load it the other way, and then I went back the other way to the original thing, and it loaded back in right. So I guess I opened it while you were still setting it up.
Oh, okay. Well, that was still going.
Yeah. Hey, Hex Allen.
How's it going, man?
How was it?
Well,
Hex has a very cool book out, Nephilim Squadron Volume 1,
cool.
with a classic Maycross Volume 1 homage cover.
Well, yeah, I mean, I picked this one out because we're doing, just kind of we always do random stuff and it's whatever.
Mhm.
And I, dude, just seeing the damn Mobius is like, what in the world are we gonna do? Oh, hey, we get a link there. Check it out, y'all.
There you go. Frog G's the man with the links. He's got the magic wrench.
But so I was like, hey, let's look at this because, like I said, it's Mobius, and this is the only thing I think he ever did for Marvel.
Yeah.
I've also read that they say this is probably one of the best Silver Surfer stories, but we'll go ahead and get the spoilers out there. This should be an Elseworld story because no one else is in the book but Galactus and Silver Surfer.
Yep.
I mean, now the thing is people act like Silver Surfer's been there before, so it's not a one-off that they don't know who the hell he is. But no one else is in there. There's no Fantastic Four, no nobody, and it's a parable. The thing that gets me, this come out in what was it, 86, wasn't it? We were looking at it last week.
Yeah.
88 it's saying, so we're saying 87, 88, and it was, of course, it's Stan Lee and Silver Surfer. But the thing is, because I read it this morning, actually, way before I read it before the show, and everybody talks about, and I'm gonna be ugly here. This, people talk about Stan pooping on people all the time, and he did take an outside share of the credit. But then when you look at some of the other people that did work after him, it's nowhere near as good, I don't think. And part of the early Marvel that I really love is the fact that Stan was always writing everything up. And this whole book reads up when we go through it, and some of the lines are just, they're very elevated. It's not, how we talk about sometimes the dialogue sounds like two people talking. No, people don't talk this way. This is like Shakespeare or something. It's crazy.
Well, not quite Shakespeare. Maybe Shakespeare in the Park.
Yeah, well, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there it opens up, and we see a falling, a shooting star, and of course, no, it's too close to here. It's probably a satellite plunging back to Earth. What's cool? So there's the satellite plunging back to Earth, and the page pans. I don't know if you can tell, but so this is a digital file. I stole it. It's not it's not the actual paper copy. I didn't break out my paper copy to read. But what's amazing is, if you look, I'm gonna blow it up so you can see it. I'm not sure if you caught it, and I know this is partly artifacts, but you can see it looks like when Mobius did this. I don't know if he painted this. I don't know how he inked this in. Can you see the gradations in the black?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, around the buildings and the yellow overlays. This has got that look. I think me and you were talking the other day outside of the podcast. We were talking about like the early. I've got like an early Watchmen printing that does this same kind of stuff. So I don't know what it is, but you can even look in the next page. Look at the clouds, and you can see kind of like brush strokes or something in the sky. So I'm not sure how he colored this, because there is no inker listed. We'll get to the credits in a minute, but I didn't read no inker. It's just art by Mobius. So I guess he inked it, drew it, lettered it, everything.
Or he did the colors by using colored ink instead of, a more traditional version that he would do, like, acrylic paint or.
Yeah, because it's just weird. You could see it, and it's just something you notice. Especially because Mobius is somebody we hadn't looked at. We talk about really, some of the modern comic car artists and everything. He is so famous, but for other stuff. But yeah, so there's the shooting star, and then the page flashes. So we're an observatory, and we find out that this astronomer's been watching it for a while, and it's not a shooting star, it's not a piece of space junk. It's actually it's a space station. It's a spaceship, and the guy's like, it's a gigantic spaceship.
Oh my God, it's Jeff Bezos' penis rocket.
Not quite. Not quite. Not quite.
Oh, that's right. It had like one straight line trajectory. It wasn't like bobbing up and down.
So it's a spaceship, and it's coming in, and this guy's like, it's heading straight for Earth. And then here's the part where you're talking about everybody's crazy. So within seconds, news of a gigantic alien spacecraft, that's going to land among us. And the first report is greeted with disbelief, but soon shock and fear and mounting terror. I still sleep. We don't know who the narrator is, but we can guess who it is. Everybody knows who Silver Surfer's here. So I still sleep. And then this last part kind of got me. So he says, senses numbed by horror films and science fiction tales, mankind expects the worst. And, civilization is stripped away to be replaced by brutal, mindless, and anarchy. Dude, that's what would happen.
That's what's happening now.
That's what's happening now. If aliens came, it would be even worse. We're going to go ahead and tell Mulder, but it's not going to be nice. So, and then, as the story goes on, you see the damn streets, dude, they're deserted. But we kind of here's our narrator, who is, you can tell this is a Silver Surfer. He's bumming it for whatever the hell reason. Silver Surfer's bumming it in New York or wherever.
Yeah,
with his surfboard that he is wrapped up in an old blanket, and he is fondly remembering his life before exile to Earth. And these guys come up and they're like, "Whoa, it's some creep. Get out of here. What are you doing here?" And they get into they accuse him of stealing it. And one of the guys decides he's going to try and steal his surfboard. And Silver Surfer, of course, grabs his arm and pushes him back. He's like, "I don't want to hurt them, but I will if I must." And the guys are all freaking out. There's Grip. He's just another loser. And so they're gonna attack him or something. But before they do, Galactus actually, the spaceship lands, and we know it's Galactus. We saw the surf, but the great ship descends, and the Earth will never be the same. And what's cool is the guys are all bathed. They see when the ship descends, they're shocked by it, and Silver Surfer knows who it is. He just hauls ass. And he vanishes into the night. The art is so freaking good in this book.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's incredible. And the thing is he does so much with so little. But yeah, so the ship lands, and dude, this page got me. So everybody's freaking out. We're doomed. And then you see Galactus come out of the spaceship, and he's like, "I am Galactus." We talk about we're not going to, don't bash him tonight, but like JR, he does a million hatchings and everything, and it all fades into black.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at this panel, the bottom one where Galactus comes out of the ship, dude, he's got some hatching in there, but he actually does the reverse. It fades to light. All the black goes away. You still know what the hell's going on, and you can see it, but it's not as heavy. And I mean, just really, dude, he knew every line where he wanted it. Really. But yeah, I am Galactus. This is this is what I'm talking about with the really elevated. And I know this is Galactus, but the moment is mine, the power is mine, and the majesty is mine. Dude, that's cool as crap. Excuse me. And then there's everybody. Too long have you wallowed in war, burdened by poverty and beset by crime. In return for your homage, I bring you a new era. And then across the world, all the fighting and everything stops.
And lo and behold, a scumbag TV evangelist decides he's going to cash in on Galactus.
Exactly.
That's this whole story.
Yeah. Dude, this guy is a
friggin'
scumbag.
Jimmy Stewart in his younger years, before the hookers and the cocaine, whoever. Oh yeah, Jimmy Stewart was. Oh, it's a wonderful life.
We're talking Jimmy Swagger.
Yeah, Jimmy Swagger before the cocaine and the hookers. He apparently tried to convert everybody into galactic isms and pretend he knew what Galactus wanted and cashed in like crazy.
Yeah, he doesn't know anything. They're talking about so people start worshiping Galactus because he shows up, and then guys, I can't let those charlatans get the jump on me. Galactus can make me the greatest evangelist of all time. And there's his sister, who I know it's a little freaky, but it seemed like they had a little closer relationship in this book than they probably should have had.
Oh, kind of like a how do I say it? Game of Thrones relationship.
I guess I was like, what the hell is she doing, dude? She's like, holding on him. Why do you speak in riddles? You're my brother. I love you, and all this. And and he's going to go to Galactus, and of course everybody's going to see what Galactus wants, and Cotton here becomes the new minister, and meanwhile Silver Surfer's just like a bunch of idiots. They don't know what the hell. Yeah, they're stupid. And what's cool is so some of the people that worship Galactus and some of them don't, they all starting to get into big fights. And Galactus just like tells them, he says, "I've come to set you free."
Hey, Dory.
But yeah, hey, how are you? But see, I've come to set you free from guilt, worthless, man-made laws. If you would be saved, do what you will. Take what you want. There's no wrong. There is no sin. It's all pleasure. So speaks Galactus.
Good Lord, it's San Francisco.
He gives them the freaking right to do whatever they want. And of course, as soon as he does that, the world goes to hell.
Yeah, they start killing each other, blowing up buildings. There you go, right there.
Yeah,
blowing up buildings, stealing shit.
They're looting. I mean, it's crazy. And so they're all that.
They weren't looting. It was a peaceful protest.
It was a peaceful protest. And then Cotton, he's the new televangelist. He's flying around on this damn helicopter trying to fill out. The president wants to talk to him, and do you have to really, can you really speak to Galactus? And this dude's riding high now. Everybody's giving him money and pushing him around, and he hasn't spoken to Galactus. Galactus doesn't even have a damn clue who this guy is. He could care less.
Yeah, he does not care.
Yeah, he does not care. So he's spreading all his, laws and, lies about Galactus and everything else. And Silver Surfer finally calls him on it. Of course, when he calls him, everybody's like, how did he get on the building? The building was all, it was locked down. No one can get here. But Silver Surfer did. So there's Cotton. He's screaming and hollering, and his sister tells him, he said, "Hey, look, dude, it's just one guy. You don't need to kill him." And even that, he goes and talks to him. She goes and talks to him, and he says, your brother's driven by power and lust. In the name of religion, he will subvert mankind. And she, she's like, well, how can you be so sure? And he asked her point blank, how are you not so sure? You see it. And she's up close, dude. She was there when he decided, all of a sudden, I'm going to start worshiping Galactus because the other G isn't doing me any good.
He's not making me, God's not making me any money, so I'm going to go with this guy.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Galactus. I mean, she was there in the room when he decided it.
Mm-hmm.
So, she's like, Galactus is a god. Surely we must obey. And, Silver Surfer just is going down the whole list. Obey when children destroy schools, when, when brother turns against brother, when you start imprisoning people for nothing. I mean, just everything. And she's getting mad at him. And as she gets mad, finally, Silver Surfer just, hey, I gotta shed this crap. So he takes off his, raggedy clothes, and everybody sees who he is, and he tells them, I am the Silver Surfer. And that's kind of the end of the first issue.
Yeah, it's the setup and the reveal. On the edge of the rooftop, so it literally is a cliffhanger.
Yeah, it is. The thing that's funny is I know we both read this, and I read it pretty fast. You said you did.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull out my copy later on and actually look at it, because the first issue, I don't know if you noticed, it's like 16 pages. So I don't know if there was a bunch of filler in the original print. I don't know, character designs. I don't know.
I think there was like a letter from Stan, or there could have been like a 1-page kind of like interview that that I think Stan might have written something himself as his talk went with Mobius for actually doing this this run. Plus, this is back when they used to have lots of ads in the books.
Yeah.
So you got to figure there's another 10 pages of just ads. And
Well,
I was fine when there were ads in the books and they were only like a buck or two. Now there's ads in the books and they're like $8. I'm like, what the hell?
Well, the thing that got me, like I said, this is like 16 pages, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
And 16 pages, but the second issue is like 30 pages. It's twice as long. That's what really got me. So yeah, so that's it.
They didn't divide it up right.
Maybe. But so there's our cover for issue 2 in the limited series Silver Surfer Parable. And it kind of.
Hey, good evening, Ted. Good to see you. Ted's going to be on Creators Outlet next week.
Oh, cool. What's he got?
He's got a new Kickstarter that's in pre-launch right now.
Oh, cool.
Sign up for Dory's book. This is No Emotional Burlesque Illustrated Narrative Poetry collection coming to Indiegogo. I believe that's the one that Sean Howe from the Seanzilla Art Show is doing some covers for.
Huh. Yeah, I saw some of his art. I think you shared some out earlier. I saw some of it.
Yeah, he did a Supergirl. Finished up a Supergirl the other day, and he was doing a Spider-Man with no Spider-Man pajama party. So it was Black Cat, Mary Jane, and Gwen Stacy.
Damn it.
So it was just them in their jammies, and Mary Jane had like a little TY stuffed Spider-Man.
Damn it.
So it was fun. He just got in. He's got a show. I think the first weekend in November, and so he just ordered like a whole bunch of buttons and stuff that he shared out. Some of the stuff that he got in today.
Oh, for his art show. Yeah, cool.
Thank you, sir.
Here's the line in the book that lets me know that he's been here before, but the superheroes aren't around for some reason. And she says, so the daughter says, or she not daughter, sister says, when I was young, I heard of you, but I thought you were just a legend.
Mm-hmm.
And
see,
says,
Frog knows everybody's links. Look at this.
He's got all of them.
He's got this magic wrench that just, he just waves it in the air, rivets, and all these links come up. It's awesome.
To be Throg. But yeah. And so Silver Surfer, this is the thing I'm still talking about. They do the elevated speak. Who can know where reality and legend ends? The book reads so well.
Mm.
And so Surfer's talking to them, or talking to her, and he decides, I'm going to go talk to Galactus and see if I can, tell him to go away and leave the Earth alone. Now,
because as we all know from Fantastic Four, what was it, 59?
It's 50.
50?
Yep.
Galactus promised Norrin Radd that he would leave the Earth alone.
Yep.
And satisfy his hunger elsewhere.
Yep.
And then there was a time where Surfer got a little lippy with him, and Galactus said, "You can still do anything you want, but I'm locking you on Earth, and you can't leave. Good luck."
He's on the Earth. Yeah. He could fly out in outer space around the Earth, and that's pretty much it. Kind of like the extent of his, that was all. But yeah, you ever remember you remember the Day of the Krypton Man story with Superman way back in the day?
Well, I know I obviously know it was Superman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Galactus is a liar.
Yeah, yes, he is.
Yep, he's hungry. He's hangry.
Yep.
I love this bottom panel too.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So he heads out to Galactus, and Galactus is like, "Hey, I knew you'd come." And he says, Silver Surfer asks him, he says, "Why have you broken your solemn pledge?" He says, "You vowed never to attack the Earth." This is really cool when you look at it, the way you've got the bottom panels, and each one kind of shows Surfer as he's just, flying around Galactus.
Like a mosquito.
Like a damn mosquito, dude. He's teeny. And you vowed never to attack Earth. And Galactus is just so nonchalant. He says, no peace has been broken. No attack have I come. I've come in peace. He says, you damaged them. He says, I merely allow them, the unsuspecting humans, to destroy themselves in my name. Yeah, he's like crazy. Oh, dude, this book is full of great panels.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just, the economy of line is what really got me. I mean, he knows where everything is. But yeah, what's cool is, so Galactus and Silver Surfer are having this talk while everyone down below sees, like, oh, look, somebody's there to, it's the Silver Surfer. He's come to, stop Galactus or pay homage to him. They don't know what the hell's going on. And while the Silver Surfer's talking to him, he actually says, I wish the humans could hear what he's saying. But you can't, because he even says, Galactus's voice is only for me. So it may have been telepathic they were communicating with. You don't know. But yeah, he says,
or he was just using his power to make it so that, they were like basically in the get smart cone of silence.
Maybe.
So only they could hear each other.
Yeah, that could be it. Yeah, telepathy, whatever. Yeah, but the humans can't hear it, and go. Silver Surfer's like, I wish they could. Yeah, he says, you've destroyed the Earth by guile. You'll destroy the Earth by guile. He says, I can't allow it. And Galactus just tells him, he says, you can't even stop it. You can't prevent it. But yeah, this is what I was talking about with the one day we'll have to do Day of the Krypton Man. That's where Superman loses it, and that whole like issue arc where he wears the black suit with the damn little spikies on the shoulders, and he flies around perfectly standing up like this. The whole issue just rocks. But Silver Surfer comes down and he tries to tell him, he says, Galactus is not a god. You don't need to worship with him, don't worship him. He's here. And all the people are like, you're trying to turn us against Galactus. And then they call him the dirty, rotten anti-god, which did strike a little bit because I'm reading, was it Black Hammer again?
Oh, yeah.
It was like, oh my God, really? So that kind of just really stood out because I'm reading Black Hammer again. And everybody's, they're all mad at Silver Surfer because he's telling them, don't listen to it. There's still time. You can save yourselves. And instead, everybody attacks him. But now, this may be the only time I've ever seen this. Silver Surfer says that he has a power cosmic force field that's around him that will protect him. And, the bullets are bouncing off of him. You can see him kind of breaking around the damn invisible force field.
Mm-hmm.
And he's, everybody starts shooting at Silver Surfer and he's flying around. And Galactus finally has enough of it. He's like, hey, look, I don't need mortals to strike on my behalf. And he decides to start unloading on Silver Surfer. And he's shooting. But when he does, he's like, of course he can't hit the Silver Surfer because he's too fast. So he's blowing up buildings left and right. And all the while, Silver Surfer's like, you still have to leave. You can't do this. But Galactus tells him, he says, I feel no anger. There is no tyranny. He says, just the great hunger that, I must feed. And while Silver Surfer is flying around talking to him, he realizes even though Galactus is lashing out at all these buildings, he doesn't care. But he does. And he goes and he's trying to save everybody he can. Falling debris, explosions, whatever. That's a badass panel.
Yeah. I'm looking and I'm like, man, I haven't seen this much destruction on screen since I watched The Man of Steel.
Damn it. Yeah. I need to go back and watch that again. But yeah, so there's Silver Surfer saves this poor sap, and the guy's like, where's it? He says, I just tried to kill you, but now you saved me. He says, I save you. You see that your God, isn't, and look at the blind destruction he's brought. And of course, Silver Surfer goes up to talk to the people again, and he's like, get away, before Galactus destroys any more of this. And then it flashes back. Cotton is gone all the way out there, dude. He is trying to convince everybody that he is really in damn connection with damn Galactus. He's out there meditating on the damn roof. Of course, and his sister comes to him at his talk, and she's like, I'll forgive you because you're my sister, but you've interrupted my mental communication with Galactus. Don't speak of don't speak any blasphemy against him and everything else. And of course, she does say some blasphemous stuff, and he makes gets mad at her and tells all of his little people take her away. And when at the end, I just can't believe that he believes this himself. So it's just he's going on, and he's just running the act all the way out, believing Galactus and all this. He knows this is a bunch of horse mess.
Man, Hannibal on the jazz again.
There's the damn panel for you.
Yeah.
While Galactus and all that crap's going on, Galactus and Silver Surfer are still fighting, and Galactus has destroyed every damn building he can.
See, this right here, it's like, to bring up your point, there's no heroes in New York, apparently. None. No, what happened is the FF were sleeping in, and before they could wake up, Galactus blew up the Baxter building right here.
Is that what it is?
That's
it's like, damn it.
I had to make something good up, and that was it. They were off-world again in the negative zone.
Something. Yeah, I mean, nobody's here, dude. Nobody. That's why I said this is.
They're gonna come back, and they're gonna think Franklin blew up the building again.
But like I said, they keep talking. Galactus like, hey, oppose me and die. And Silver Surfer's like, death comes to everybody. I don't fear it. Like, really? Damn it. And then,
I was like, and it just makes me think, that somewhere in the back of Norrin's mind, there's a little voice going, neener, neener, neener.
Yeah, as he keeps flying along while Galactus is literally blowing up half of the damn city. And right here at the end, Galactus is like, hey, look, I have got to get off the planet or something, because if I don't, he's going to end up destroying this whole damn city. So he takes off. And when he takes off, Galactus sends his damn, the spaceship after him. While all the people are seeing everything that's gone, they praise Galactus and all this. It's kind of crazy. But then I love how no matter what religion is going on and what the hell's going on, the damn insurance salesman's going to show up. Because, you caused too much collateral damage. That Galactus is your, so here's the priest, and he's, Galactus has caused millions of dollars of damage to the city. And, they're ranting and raving. The bean collectors are here. And, just like in regular, when they went to Jonestown, they decided to whip out the guns and take care of the politicians and the bean counters all at one time. But before they do that, Cotton's sister gets in the damn helicopter and takes off to try and go talk to Galactus and Silver Surfer herself, and gets shot. But Surfer manages to come back after the spaceship leaves, and then he confronts Galactus again, and they just keep fighting. This is there's your Godzilla scene for you.
Yep.
As he's walking through, he's trying to hit him with his head, and he's knocking all the damn buildings down.
Oh no! There goes Tokyo. Here comes Godzilla.
Damn it! Figure you bring up Blue Ooster Cult. That's a good panel too.
They're all good panels in this book.
Yeah. I mean, there's some that really stand out, but that's a great panel.
Yeah. The only thing that would make me made me nervous about like this page. I go, oh, such a beautiful panel, and they screwed it up with all those words.
All those
Jeez.
words.
Oh, damn it. But I mean the color variants, like in the purple, in the red hues from the sun, from his handling of like light source on all his work is just amazing. So
Yeah, I mean, yeah, his whole just that the coloring is really good, and like I said, the whole to me it's just, I mean, dude, he uses so little to get to get across so much. That's just what just really blows me.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, she finally makes it to Galactus, but she's about to damn die.
Yeah, you see there's blood coming out of her mouth, and more importantly, has this girl ever flown a helicopter a day in her life?
It's a comic book. You have to.
I know, but
you have to make those leaps of faith.
I made a leap of faith that my crippled ass could get up out of a chair today. So, and it worked. But it's like she steals the helicopter, which she may or may not know how to fly, takes a bullet to the heart, basically, and is like near death as the copter is like fast approaching Galactus. So
yeah. While he's walking through town,
yo, stop that! You hear?
Swinging through shit.
Yeah.
Of course, then he goes back. So the church guy that shot her goes back and tells Cotton. He says, "Hey, your sister was here, but we kind of shot her accidentally, and she fled in a helicopter." He says, so they head to the command room to see what the hell's going on, and they don't tell him they shot her. She escaped. That's what it is. She escaped. And then here Cotton looks at the command room and he sees the helicopter. He's like, why is it flying so wobbly? So I forgot to tell you, we shot her.
Oh, I didn't want to tell you, but we accidentally shot her. We were trying to shoot the helicopter. We missed the helicopter, but we got your sister inside the helicopter.
Yep. So she's wobbly heading there. And of course, she finally passes out. So the helicopter, under no control of her own, starts falling. And Cotton is like, hear me, Galactus, save her, save, you have the power. And Silver Surfer, of course, sees the helicopter falling, and he realizes it's the girl. So he's like, hey, I can go save her right quick. My cosmic power, let me save her. So he's heading down. But before he gets to her, Galactus is like, oh, while he's not paying attention to me now, he frags him. So knocks him off the damn surfboard and he falls. And he falls to the ground. Of course, nobody saves the girl. Whether she's alive or not, we don't know. She hits the ground and the helicopter blows up. And she's not. And Silver Surfer's like, I could have saved her, but Galactus stopped me, and all of, he stopped me, so that's it. And Cotton then rejects Galactus, and while he rejects him, everybody else behind him is like, oh, well, God obviously wanted her to die because he didn't do anything to stop her. He just let her die. Yeah, it's pretty rough. Yeah. So Cotton is pretty pissed off, and his followers start turning against him. Of course, when they turn against him, now everybody sees it. When Cotton goes out and says that, Galactus is, turned against us and he is no longer the real God, all of this, everyone kind of gets the green light to, okay, let's scramble the damn Air Force, go and attack Galactus. So when they head off, Silver Surfer's going back to fight Galactus while all this is going on, and the military scrambles all the jets. This is cool. Galactus catches him like that, holds him in his hand.
Got him in a claptrap.
Yep. I hold him in his hand, and while he's holding Silver Surfer, the damn military finally unleashes on Galactus, and they're shooting him. And, he's still holding him as all the damn jets are coming in. And he's like, I can't attack the humans because I won't break my pledge. So he goes and lets the Silver Surfer go. And what's cool is after all of this, Silver Surfer's been shooting at him and talking shit to him, and stopping his plans every which way you can. Galactus just lets him go. He's like, he says, I plan to free them of all their inhibitions, to remove all their moral restraints. It was a matter of time before they destroyed themselves. They worship me no more. The plan has failed. And he says, I grant you your freedom, Skyrider. Your death will avail me not. He just lets him go.
You would think that, Galactus might, release him and then go like, ping!
No, he's like, go away, fly away, little butterfly. And Surfer's he's in like a fetal position on the freaking surfboard, and he just kind of floats away.
Well, 30 seconds prior, Galactus was trying to crush him to death in his hands. So,
yeah.
Nora and Red might have gone into fetal position and been crying, Mother!
Yeah. Dude, this would be an awesome freaking panel to have, awesome page to have up on display.
Mm-hmm.
And it, not only the words, but the art is so freaking good. Yeah, Surfer goes up to him. He's like, remember your promise. You vowed not to harm them, to take no repercussions. And Galactus is just, he looks at him and he's not pissed off, but he looks at him like, who are you talking to? He says, I don't need any reminder. To a pledge once given, I go, for the hunger still gnaws. And he just gets in his spaceship and leaves.
I wasted all my time here.
Yeah.
I'm still hungry.
Exactly. Go away. Yeah.
Where's the closest IHOP?
Damn it. So after Galactus leaves, they invite the Silver Surfer to the damn UN. And he's there giving a speech, about how everybody should get along and everything else. And all the people haven't learned their lesson. So they are like, hey, you're the Silver Surfer. You're the most noble one of all. You can lead us. You can do this. You can show us the true way. And the Silver Surfer's like, this is stupid. Don't these people know that I'm not God? And he just decides, whatever. I'll just go ahead and rule them. He says, so I'm going to lead you now, but here are my terms. All my commands have to be obeyed without whim. 1/3 of every nation's wealth is set aside for me. I'm not subject to any law. All shall rise when I deem to appear. None may speak without a sin. I mean, he starts laying out this laundry list of
this sounds like a list from Congress.
Yeah, it's just this shit. You go, really? Of course, they kind of come to their senses real quick when he starts laying out his demands, and they're like, get out of here. So they all start screaming at him. But Cotton, who has somehow managed to get into the damn UN building, says, oh no, he's lying. He doesn't really mean that. He's here to save us and help us. He says, stay with us. Mankind is mad. You're our last hope. And no one's going to hear. And the thing is we don't deserve you and all this. They talk about the one voice lost in a sea of people, and that's exactly what Cotton is. Everyone else is pissed off at him, and he's the only one that's making somewhat of sense.
Yeah, it's like zoom click, zoom click, zoom click.
Yep. And then there's the page you were fussing about. I'll let you talk about it.
Oh, you got to blow it up because I can't read it from here.
Oh, you can't?
Where was that line? Scroll down some.
Oh. There it is.
There it is. Endless Stars is to be forever alone. Story of my fucking life.
But yeah, he leaves and he's like just standing outside the earth like, oh Jesus. Oh, you finally gave him a not safe for work? I think I even dropped a few dirty words today.
Yeah, well, either or you don't know, and now you know.
Yeah.
And
I've read that people say this is the best Silver Surfer story. I don't know. There's a lot of really good Silver Surfer stories.
I don't think this is the best one. I think this is probably the most famous one because of Mobius.
Yeah, it may be because of Mobius. Because I mean,
It's because of the cover from that first issue.
You think so?
Yeah, the cover
Yeah.
from that first issue is just so friggin' rad that there's people see it, people know this cover.
Yeah.
Like even if they never bought the book, or even if they bought the book and never read it, or because that's what a lot of people, I saw like a lot of people doing at the shop, because we had probably like at one point probably had like 50 sets of this thing in the back room.
Really?
And we'd put out like 3 at a time, and depending on how the foot traffic was for back issue sales, or if we were having, or if there was an actual sale, we'd put a good chunk of them out there, and they would just fly off the shelf.
Well, I mean, you look at it for $2. It's a great story. I understand Stan Lee and them had that. This is, like I said, this is an Elseworld story. It's actually really a moral story. That's why it's called Parable. They're trying to,
Mm-hmm.
tell people not to follow blindly other people. Think for yourself. And Silver Surfer, and I don't say he's the hero. He's not really even the hero of this story. He's there just to kind of show you that hey, maybe you ought to think this shit over again. Where does it say artist? Does it say it anywhere? I was gonna see if there was an ink or anything. It may not say it anywhere.
I think it's just like cover.
Yeah.
On the cover, that's it.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think Mobius did all of it, but
Yeah, he did. He did everything.
Yeah, that's still awesome ass. That's just so cool. But yeah, it's a great little story. The thing I want to do too, we'll have to read it one day. I read something a while back, and it made me think about it. I actually looked at it today. Yeah, I read all the time.
Oh, okay.
I know it's a bad habit, but that Kirby wanted Silver Surfer to be more militaristic, like more violent, and Stan Lee really was pushing the whole nobility thing, and they were fighting over it.
Mm-hmm.
And I read that I think I read it in that Untold Story of Marvel Comics book from some of the interviews.
Mm-hmm.
And that Kirby, you remember Kirby had left and went to
DC.
He went to DC for a little while, and then he came back to Marvel. And I think when he came back, he did like another Silver Surfer story, but it was like Silver Surfer 18. It's the last issue of the first series, and that Silver Surfer is more militaristic in that book than he is in any of the other ones. And I was going to go back and read it because I don't think I've ever read it.
I think he wanted to make Surfer more like the first volume of Captain Atom from DC, where
Really?
he was like, balls to the wall and blowing shit up and attacking anything that moved and stuff. And he kept blowing himself up too because he didn't know how to control his powers yet.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever read that first run of Captain Atom.
Well, I found out that there was a Justice League Quarterly issue 13 that the cover was done by Joe Linsner. I never knew this thing existed.
Justice League Quarterly 13.
Justice League Quarterly 13, covered by Joe Linsner, and the cover was Captain Atom versus Maxima. Remember Maxima from Justice League?
Yeah.
So it was those two on the cover. He was doing like some crazy. I could find it. It's on the Linsner fan page on
I just looked. Yeah, I looked it up on eBay. Yeah, Just League Quarterly Maximum Attraction, dude. That's early for him.
Yeah, that cover is badass. I'm like, because I've got pretty close to a long box that has friggin' covers from
Linzer.
Linsner. Yeah, so it's crazy. I had to actually dig through that fan page last night because Sean has a commission for a Deja Thoris piece. And he goes, "Do you have some Deja Thoris that you can take pictures of so I can, get an idea for some sort of references?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck they are, but yeah."
Yeah.
I go, "Oh, I know. Linsner's done a bunch of those." So
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, I sent away because he's, his job now is to be Dynamite's cover boy. So
Yeah, that's all. I mean, he does that a bunch of covers for them. That's about all he's doing now. Yeah, Just League Quarterly, Volume 1, Number 13 from December 1993. Yeah. Kevin
And-
Dooley wrote it. Greg LaRocca was the penciler, and Aaron McLean and Frank Percy were the inkers.
yeah, I don't care. I'm probably not going to read it, but it's just going to go in. It's just going to go in that box. But so we have to talk what we're going to do for next week.
All right, you found something great.
Well, I found a stack of greatness. The one on the bottom here, I'll dig out first. We're not doing this because it's all 9 issues of the Joker
Oh, sweet.
and a single trade, first print in the trade, and but we brought out, and I think I'm going to give you 4 choices because all of these are 4 issues. We can do them all at once, or we can split it up and do the first 2 next week and the second 2 the week after.
What is it?
So, choice 1 is War of the Gods.
I think I remember that. Okay.
Choice 2 is
That's a good story.
Matt Wagner's Demon.
Yep.
Choice 3 is the Phantom Stranger 4-issue mini from Cooperberg, Mike Mignola,
Yep. Is
and
the
Russell.
artist.
Yep. Or one of my all-time favorite stories out of DC.
Judas Contract.
The Judas Contract.
Since I told you I never read it, you want to do the Judas Contract?
Yeah, I figured that's the one you would pick.
Yeah.
I paid $19 for this trade, and I probably have like 2 or 3 of these in my possession somewhere.
Really? Yeah, I've never read Judas Contract. I think I've read War of the Gods. I'm not sure, but the other 2 I know I've read.
I flipped through War of the Gods. I don't think I've actually ever read it. Like I probably read like 1 or 2 of the issues and didn't get them all off the shelf. And then I was like, he'll put out like, full sets of books, like during like sales or, special events or something. And he'll put out like, things that are like full sets. Like some of them aren't like full sets. Some of them like a run of like, the first 9 issues of this series or whatever. And you're like,
Yeah.
Oh, I never read that. It's $5. Fuck it. So
let's read it. Yeah. Well, that's the whole thing. One of the shops I go to up in Warner Robins is like that. He'll have just boxes of books, and I'll go through there and bum in there and see what kind of collections we got. I picked up a lot of Vigilante in there last time I was there.
So this thing has been in this. He put it in this bag with a price tag on it. Probably when it came in,
It's
and
been in that bag for 20 years.
it's been in the bag for a while. This I don't know what printing this is of this. but it's got a Clash of the Titans little forward from Marv Wolfman.
Yeah. That's the George Perez run, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the Wolfman Perez run. Let's see. Here's the credits. Marv Wolfman, writer, co-editor. George Perez, penciler, co-editor. Romeo Tangal is the inker on chapters 2 and 3. Dick Gorodano on chapters 4 through 7. Mike DiCarlo, inker on chapters 5 through 7. George Perez, inker on 1 and 2. Adrian Roy and Anthony Tolan, a colorist. Ben Oda, lettered chapters 1, 5, and 7. Bob Lappin, lettered chapter 2. John Costanza, 3 and 4. And Todd Klein, number 6. Originally published in magazine form as the New Teen Titans 39 through 44 in Annual 3. Published by DC Comics, copyright 1983, 84, and 88. So this is the 1988 trade version.
Sweet.
I've got another one that's like kind of like a white cover. And it's got like some of the Titans on the white cover, but yeah, so it's up to you. We're gonna do first two, or you want to read the whole thing?
Maybe we'll split it in half, whatever it is.
Split
I'll
in half.
figure. Yeah.
Yeah, there's so I just read the.
It's like 6 issues. So do the first 3, and then we'll do the last 3.
Is it 6 issues? It's only 4.
39 through 44, didn't you say?
Damn it. It's got like all kinds of like extra stuff in it. 39 through 44 in
That's
Annual
5.
3.
And Annual 5 is 6.
39 through 44 in Annual 3.
Yeah, that's 6 issues.
It's weird because I've got it. This is going to be like prequels to it, like not the actual. Like they took the entire like arc, and you can see some where Frank Miller got some reference material from George.
Really?
Not really. Like right here.
Oh, yeah.
Those like TV panels like he used in The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Right here, and this precedes The Dark Knight. So
See, some of that stuff is so. I was looking up to see how long it was. I looked it up again.
yeah, because okay, like right here, this part of the book right here,
Yeah.
that all precedes. Judas Contract is actually 4 books because Judas Contract Part 1 starts there.
Oh, okay. What issue is that?
I don't know. So basically the last 4 issues. So like the
41, 42. No.
the annual is is part 4.
Okay. All right. I'll find it. So we'll read 2 and 2 then.
Well, I'm going to read the whole bloody thing, but there's like this whole big forward in this book.
Oh, cool.
That you might want to check out. And then it starts in like, for some background and stuff.
You know what's? I know it sounds crazy because Perez was awesome. He did incredible work on Avengers, and then he was doing Justice League, and they went from Justice League to Titans, and it's like Titans is what made him famous.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Titans is good, but it just seems like
No,
Titans
Titans was good. Now it's garbage. But
well, you know what I'm saying. But it
Yeah.
seems like that would have made him, Justice League would have made him famous before then.
No, because it just wasn't any good.
Here's the while you're doing that, here's the figure I was telling you I got from my buddy that I got to put out on display.
Oh, the Conan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I remember when they were releasing those, and I wanted them, and they were like, "Yeah, they're $100 a piece." I'm like, "Fuck that!"
Yeah. See, it's got the axe will come out, the sword, his hand moves, and you can put it all. His scabbard come off. I got to fix his scabbard, but his scabbard will hang over. It hangs over here. And then I don't have her axes in two pieces, and then I got supposed to be Balette.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and apparently she interacts with another little figure that I didn't get, so I got to call him back and go, "Hey, buddy, I need the other figure too," because she's supposed to be like chopping a snake up.
Yeah, that I thought you would have gotten, Arnold and friggin' James Earl Jones there.
Arnold and James Earl Jones.
Well, that's
Yeah.
who they are. Huh?
Yeah, but all right, well, I'll get that up, and then we'll be back should be next Thursday.
Next Thursday, we shall return with our first part of the Judas contract. And what's even better about this is now I have a chair to sit in to read, and if it's at night, I can turn the lamp on. I don't have a lamp in my room. I have the light that hits off the ceiling from the walk-in closet, and it's just bright enough so you can see everything in the room, but it's not bright enough for anybody to read. So I'm just like, I was waiting for you to send me like one of them minor lights that I could strap to my forehead and just read in bed.
I'll get you one of the book lights first. The little ones you kind of clip to the top of the book.
Oh, I don't want to damage my books. What's wrong with you?
Damn it.
But we'll do that. We'll do that next week. Don't forget that Mavericks Origins Volume 1 is still available on Indiegogo in demand, and the exclusive cosplay calendar from Miss Autumn Ivy is available to purchase now as an in-demand tier. It's only $15. Go check it out. And until then, chair looks comfy. Yes, I know you said that on Facebook. That's my buddy Chief from Hawaii. He's retired Navy from the other year, and he keeps trying not to buy too many more comics so his wife don't kill him.
It's a hard habit to break.
Yeah, he bought a house with his own specific comic book room, so he kind of like lucked out. Once in a while, he has to come out and interact with the family, though.
Damn it!
But good guy. Yeah, the chair is super comfy, bro. Working from home, it is tough. Yeah. Trying to get work done when you're surrounded by comic books is gonna suck.
Yeah.
I mean, we should know, right?
It's hard to do anything.
Yeah, it pretty much is. But we will talk to everybody soon. And Tim, thanks for dropping in. Everybody else that popped in, Ted Davies, I will see you next week on the episode that you are featured on for Creators Outlet. Frog G, thank you for hanging out and dropping all the links. Dory, thanks for popping in. Hex Allen, of course, and anybody else that was watching and just lurking. We like lurkers; they're fun. But yeah, I'm gonna go relax. I'm gonna start to read a little bit of Titans and throw myself back into when DC actually put out good stuff. But bump.
Yep.
And good night, Dory. Thanks for hanging out. And we'll talk to everybody soon. Tomorrow night, I wasn't going to have an episode. Now I do. I have colorist Phil Leon is going to be on. He's going to be showing off a bunch of stuff that he's doing for various projects. And we'll be talking comic books and music. So pop on in tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Until next week, this is Will.
And this was Thomas.
And we'll see you next time on OK Boomer, the podcast.